Good afternoon. Hey, we're trying this again. Now we're going to go on to the next. So earlier I created my React or my Blazor app. Now I did this with a YouTube thing. So I had never done Blazor. I knew nothing about Blazor. I knew Blazor used Razor pages and it was written in C Sharp. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. And I didn't even know, and I hadn't actually programmed Razor pages before. I just knew what they were, that they were C Sharp's version of web UI pages. So, um, so I used a YouTube thing. I am Tim Corey. Had a YouTube app. It kind of just basically ran you through heading up a .NET 8. Interestingly enough, a .NET 8 app 8 months ago when he did this, which is November, changed. There was already changes in how things worked. It wasn't major. Most of the things I was able to, it was like one or two little things that were slightly different in creating this app. But now the difference is I did not do his app. I did, he just did demo this and demo that. I changed it to be actually for my ladder. So basically created the generic page of what I've got. So this is what I've got so far for my Blazor side of things. I've got, hello competitors, welcome to Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder. Now I will explain more what this ladder is and what the premise of it is, but this stuff all came with it. These are all example pages that came with the application. Now this is a server-side component. You can see that it's got this silly weather system here. You know, it's 114 degrees and chilly. It's also 42 degrees and hot. So I don't know, 89 is just warm and 20 is warm too. I mean, you know, it just depends on who you are and what kind of clothing I guess you're wearing. But also I put in a couple minor changes, just words really is all I changed. But ultimately you can add competitors. That's all it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do a lot more. This is just the start of what I want to do, but I wanted to create the apps. Today's the first goal is just create the two apps, get the generic pages going, get things working. Now it's going to be tricky. Now it won't be exactly the same. Really, all I'm trying to do is get the foundation pages set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing the code, VS Code or Blazor in Visual Studio, and I'm going to use Visual Studio Code for the React app. So we're going to just create a new app. We're going to go new. Let's go see. That's the easiest way. I think it's create app. Create app. See, I'm already rusty. I should have taken, I think I did take some notes. Let me go see what I got from my notes here. Probably be good to know if I actually took any notes that were worth anything. I took a lot of SharePoint or Azure notes. Clean up Azure functions. I should have probably taken more React notes. Here we go. React training. There we go. This stuff's all in the wrong place. That's the problem. I'm fixing my notes here, putting all my stuff in a common spot. Oops. Right. So I've got my, oh, there it is. I see what I did. I actually have, I see what I did. Okay. What I need to do is create separate notebooks. This should probably be. And I'll do this. Hold on, I will be right there as I try to get myself back together here. Right. Okay. All right, so here we go. I do have a few notes. Let's see if I have something like, I think it's like create app is really what the thing is. I don't know if there is one or not. We're going to know momentarily. Why did I, you know, it keeps telling me to update this, and I keep doing it, and it keeps asking me to update it. So we'll go to nope. All right, I'm getting distracted. Okay, let's move on. Create React. I think I want to do it in Next.js, which uses React, by the way, or it can use React. I'm going to use that. Create node, or sorry, Next.js app. Because I figure Next.js is a little bit more full stack. It uses, you can do React stuff and so, because you can do the front end and the back end. I like the Next.js setup for React versus just React, because React is not a full stack. React is mostly front end that you can use other things, but you use Next.js with it or Node.js. So I figured just why not just use Next.js, the React framework. See, it's kind of a combination. Base, dynamic, pre-rendering, start now. I don't even know what this is. All right, so create Next.js, setup, Node.js is installed. I already have that. Create Next.js app. Okay, here we go. Here's what I want. So we're going to go to terminal. It's all refresh. I'm going to go here, say, getting started. I'm going to take this little link here, and I'll just pop this in here. Just so that, I mean, why repeat the, let's see, view, terminal. And then I will go, now I want to change, go to bash for now. We're gonna go, CD I don't know why it goes all the way back. Why is it going? Oh, because it's doing that. Oh man, I hate that. Hate this. Why is it doing that? I don't. Why does it got this? Oh, you know. Is it? I don't know what this is. I mean, why is it this? Why is that thing? AMG SPA8 home. I don't know. I just don't like it. Stop doing it. I hate seeing stuff like that. It gets in my head, and I start to mess with my own brain. I'm like, I don't like to see that. Why is it Ken? Ken? Why can't I? If it was just gonna abbreviate my name at Ken, you know, I just don't like looking at that all the time. I know it's just annoying. I don't know how to change it though. But it doesn't matter, I suppose. I suppose it doesn't matter. Um, I can actually go to Git here. You know what? I might. I have. All these are my GitHub repos. So sign into GitHub. Let's sign into GitHub because I'm going to want to put all this stuff in GitHub. Workspace folder. You must either set the default or use a multi-root workspace. Update your Azure Function core tools. See, keeps wanting me to update. Why doesn't it just update them? 4.05, 801. Does it fail when it's doing this? Is it like I go do this and it? Is it running them? All right, let's try this. I'm not gonna tell it which one to put in. I don't know why it's trying to. But I'm gonna go, I think if you just go to terminal and just run this, it should just put in the latest, shouldn't it? Or does that just run the one that's in your package? Now this is actually doing something, it looks like. Last time it didn't do anything. All right, let's go, let's see, npm, is it version, Azure dash functions dash core dash tools. Well, it's 10 now. So if it's complaining about it being 5, 10.1 is higher. So I should stop getting that message. I don't know why it was what it was, but hopefully that fixed it. All right, because I get tired of seeing the same errors. Okay, so I need to go, go here. So I am now hooked onto here. I don't need this one open or that one open. I am going to have a lot of GitHub things. Let's see, what can I do here? Create pull request, fresh pull request, collapse, more actions, open GitHub checkout. I don't want to create a pull request. Don't want to create issues right now. So I guess I can't really add to GitHub from here. I mean, I can, but I'll just do the check-in thing. But so I don't want to have all those open at once. Obviously, I only want to open one at a time. So I need to go to, I'm at Git repos. I'm going to go cd space, you know what? I need to create a folder. I'm just going to have to do it that way. I can do cd, how do you, is it create dir? Something, man, it's been a long time since my prompt. My DOS prompt, commands, bash prompt, whatever you want to call it. starter. I mean, I guess I could do a learn starter, but I want to put it in the right place. I don't really, I'm just going to create one that I want. I mean, the advantage is that you create one that's going to start you off. It's going to give you all the basics. Under the hood, this uses the tool called Create Next App, which bootstraps a Next.js app for you. It uses this template through the example flag. If it doesn't work, please take a look at this page. Run the development server. You now have a new directory called Next.js blog. See, this is that one I just did, the blog, Next.js blog. In fact, I own Next.js blog. That's in my, if I go look at my Git repos. Oh, that's Git pull requests. Oh, that's probably why it does that. Because that's not Git. I thought it was just a Git interface. There's probably more Git stuff here. If I want to have just more Git blame, Git extension pack. What does this do? Git history, project manager, easily switch between projects. There we go. Git lens, supercharges. Let's install this. I don't know what the difference is between that one and this one. It allows you to change easily between Git projects. That one has 2 million downloads. This one has 1 million. So we'll stick with that one. 4.5 versus, I don't know, whatever that one's rated. Do they even have? I guess it doesn't show it on the page. Oh, 4.5 versus 4. I guess they're both. I don't know. Who cares? Okay. What is the latest one? This one was published on 3/11/2017. Last updated 6/27/20. Wow, that's recent. It's been updated really recent. This hasn't been updated since 2021 or 20. Yeah. So it's definitely not as good. Not as up to date. Yeah. So I got so much junk on my look at all the stuff I got. GitHub Actions. Sign in. I'm already signed into GitHub. Yeah, okay. I could uninstall one of those if they're going to be in my way. A lot is just getting everything set up, right? Workflows, settings, current branch. What can I do? Current branch, workflow settings. Can I do a new thing? I'm trying to figure out what I can do in these things, you know. So I got workflows, settings. Can I rearrange these? Do they have to be in this order? Let's actually put this down here, and we'll take this GitHub and bring it down here too. At least bring them kind of, keep them close together. GitHub pull requests. How's that different from that one? Why do I have two GitHub pull request things? That one's way prettier. way more logical. I mean, it's got more going on that looks useful. Changes in pull request number 12. I haven't done any pull requests yet on this tool, but Docker's one I got to study up on. Project Manager, Live Share. Oh, here's Project Manager. Is that GitHub's? All right, let's go to my GitHub. I am hoping to check all this stuff in and start getting things going, so it's going to require me to get myself. Let's go to my repositories, if I can find them. I still haven't really even got this, your repositories, here we go. So these are all my repositories. and therefore these should all be my projects. And we're going to do a new one called repository name. We're going to do them, should I do them separate? Have a ladder that has both, or should I have them separate? No, we're going to do separate. We're going to have a React or a Next.js ladder Next.js. We're going to create the repo. We're going to call it competitor how about this? Ultimate neighborhood competition ladder. We will make this public if anybody cares. For now. I might privatize it someday. Who knows? But maybe not. Maybe I'll just always have it out there. Forever and ever and ever. Quick setup. If you've done this kind of thing before, setup on desktop. Get started creating a new file or HTTPS. Always allow GitHub to open links of this type in your associated app. No, we're going to do local path is going to be Git repos. And we will open this in Visual Studio Code. And I can close this. Ladder Next.js, yay me! Has no code in it. But we're going to try to make code in there, so I just want to do a create generic app. I don't want to, I mean, I think a generic app will give me my basic needs, I would think. So we'll go with that. So I think if you just say create next app at latest, and this will get you the code you want, but I don't think I need to do that. Can I just do this much? I don't see why not. Let's try it. Let's just see what happens if I try this. You know, sometimes you just try. If not, I'll go look for more details. I think you can just have it create. See, look, it's still telling me to do this. What the heck, man? All right. How to update npm extension to latest. Oh, at latest. Okay, we'll try that. All right, so we're going to go back to my terminal view. Terminal. Go at latest. See if that does anything. Let's see if this gets me to a different, more less annoying, keep trying to update me kind of scenario. Because I say I still want this Azure Functions core tools. I just want it to stop telling me I need to update it. Yeah, it's probably going to keep telling me, but let's see if that does. Okay, so now let's try my new thing here. Oh, nope, that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted this piece. I don't want the example. I just want this. Is that bash? Oh. Create next app latest. We're going to call it, nope, we're going to get rid of this. This is the name. And we're going to call it, what did I call the other one? Why can't I type? Call it the Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder. Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder. We're going to go NJ. I should actually call the other one Blazor, B. But this is going to be Next.js, so I'll put it called NJ. And I know I said React, but this is using React. I'm going to have it using React. So let's see if this works. I may not even be the right command. I don't think I need the -- example thing. Yes, that's fine. Naming restrictions. Oh, what is the name can no longer contain capital letters. Really? Well, what do you know? Okay. You can't have a name that's got capital letters? Crazy talk. Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder NJ. That's weird. Can't have. Would you like to use TypeScript? No, I do not want TypeScript. Would you like to use ESLint? I don't know what ESLint is. What is ESLint? Find fixed problems in your JavaScript code. ESLint, the pluggable linting utility for JavaScript in JSX. ESLint is an open source project that helps you find and fix problems in your JavaScript code. I probably want that. So let's say yes. Would you like to use Tailwind? Yes, I like Tailwind. Would you like to use source directory? Why wouldn't I? Would you like to use source directory? No? I don't know. Should I use source directory Next.js? What does that say? I'm trying to think of what I would prefer. See, I'm too new at this to know what's up. I haven't, a lot of people use it. Okay. I think it's just an extra folder, so I don't use it. I'd argue that it's separation of concerns. Why would you want your application code polluted with tens of config files, folders, and build junk. Want to know what's in your open the source folder and that's it. Can anyone share pros and cons using source? There's enough config files flying around root with the sec folder. You know that all that's in there is application code. Ah, that sounds true. I do like this. I think I like that separation. I think I will say yes. I do like that separation, I think. Some people just think it clutters. Man, why does this keep changing on me? There's enough config files. Anyone in this thread ever run into build issues? Source app instead of just app. I'm using the app directory either way. It's just much more organized and may also be part of a convention in some teams. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna use the source folder. I do like the separation. If I don't like it, someday I'll remember that. Would you like to use app router? Yes, I believe app router I do want. I don't know why wouldn't I want to use app router. Would you like to use app router? Why? I think app router is better, but let's see what this guy says. When I do npx create next and whether it will make, by which also I mean unsupported. The Next.js data fetching API for the pages router are not supported. They continue to work. Further, it's completely okay and expected that part of your application could be using the pages router and another part with the app router. It has been designed for incremental adoption. So app router is the newest, right? The reason I use React and to extent Next.js because I want a strict separation between backend and front end. Using Next.js for routing and stuff like server-side rendering static makes a lot of sense, but I do not want to have a full Node.js stack and definitely not a monolithic app. Interestingly enough, I'd argue the separation is actually less clear in the pages router. I see it all at the time with beginners. Wait, so the get server-side props just magically runs on the server, but the React component in the file. I think I'm going to go with app router. I think that's what I was using before. Most of the apps I write, including those we build for multi-billion-dollar companies, use microservice architecture API gateways. Because we have multiple clients, there's no way we could ever go back to the PHP-style approach of having server code mixed with front-end code. That is completely unusable to our other apps. You can still use this architecture app router. There's actually just less code to write. You would await. I'm probably going to have to end up looking at my examples that I have already in code, but I'm pretty sure I used app router. Would you like to customize the default import alias? No. I'm good enough with that. Now it's going to create my stuff. No. So just like that, was a little bit more long-winded, a little bit more knowledge required than creating the basic app of Blazor. Blazor had less questions. It's got a UI, kind of explains what each thing is. This really just asks you a basic question. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? I'm like, I don't know. What is it? I will be honest, the Blazor one wasn't much better in describing it. The only reason I kind of knew is because I was watching a video at the time that kind of said, this is what these are, that were there. So there you go. For two things that I don't know really well, I know C# better. I understand Visual Studio better. It had a little more information while it was creating stuff than the Next.js one does. But still, we end up with our basic app when it's all said and done, right? So we've now got our basic stuff. We're good. We can now begin to move forward slightly. Now, I would imagine by app router it means everything under app, which is what you're building your code over, right? You're building all that. So all of these system files that they were talking about is all this stuff. So a lot of everything that you're going to be building is going to be going under the app folder. So I'll probably end up referencing a lot for this one. I'll be referencing my Next.js app. So if I go back to my root here and go look at my repositories and go look. I think I have the Dojo Help Desk, Dojo Blog. They're both, I think one of these is Next.js. I think it's the Dojo Blog. So it does use a source folder. And you can see it's app and create and all this stuff. This is the stuff that I actually was going through and trying to learn how to do this stuff. And I could easily probably switch to it. Let's go open up my Dojo blog. It's actually easier to look at it if I just open it. Dojo Help Desk. Maybe it was the Help Desk that had all my Next.js. I can't remember which one was Next.js. So this is my help desk, which might have been the Next.js because I think it had more stuff on the back end. Let's see, components. If I remember correctly, I can find the references I need if I just create forms. No, I think this might just be the React. Thought it was the blog, but I'm not seeing. See, this has got the pages set up. So yeah, I think that's the wrong one. Let's go look at the Dojo blog. Now I shouldn't have to get anything. I haven't changed anything. So we're going to go back over to my Dojo get repos. Dojo game store .NET functions GraphQL. There it is, Dojo. It is Dojo Help Desk. Oh, it is Dojo Help Desk. Wait, that's one under Next.js. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that is Next.js. I thought Next.js was the app router, but it looks like it's the pages. Knowing the difference, I tell you. Or maybe it is app auth, because I remember. Okay, so I'm starting to have things come back to me. Like I said, it's been 2 months since I did this Next.js thing. Okay, so the parentheses don't show up. So that means it is kind of app routering because it's going to go through. And these are the page that has to be on in each folder. So it's the page that's within the folder. So we would go to, something login and it would build this up for me. So if I want to have this, something similar, I am going to have a login page. I may even copy some of this over. I mean, just the basics, because I am going to have it doing some of the same things. I'm going to have the auth. I may even take this auth stuff that I use for Next.js and copy it over because it's going to be my reference. But I also want to have a basic page. So let's go. Gosh, I got to remember the commands. Got to remember the commands. Command notes. And catch. I think it's npm start. I think I want to say npm run debug. Npm run start. Oh, maybe it's. I think start works, but I'm trying. I don't know. I don't think start works because I'm going to do a full compile and it's going to build it. I want the debug, which is going to be I thought it was in package. must be local something. It's always good if you come back. This is why when you do classes stuff, you got to come back and actually do the work, right? You got to make that stuff build itself into your psyche. It's got to be part of your. Oh, there's the middleware thing I was looking at earlier. Okay. I was thinking of in my head. Oh, there they are. Pfft. I don't know why you didn't see that. It is package. It's right there, Ken. Dev. Okay, npm dev. npm run dev. Oops. Run dev. Really, for me, it's a lot about making it run and then going, okay, I've got the visual, it's functioning. Follow link, control click. And this will open it up into my local functioning thing. Now, I'm not sure if something's going to work because it was connected to Supabase, and I think my Supabase thing bailed out on me. So this might actually error. Let's see if it's still connected to Supabase. Fetch failed. See, I don't know. It may be that my I don't think my Supabase works right now. Let's go. Let's see if I have it on here. That's Azure. Where's my? Oh, here it is. Supabase. Really? I have Next.js training as my email? What? I think it's continue with GitHub. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know what is the conditions of when it goes on pause. So I don't know what the conditions are or what happens when it goes on pause. So if you're not using it regularly, does it go on pause all the time? I mean, or do you have to restart it all the time? I really don't know much about how this works. I mean, we'll give it a few minutes. I'm not too worried about it. It will work. It'll come around to me. So let's go stick my packages here. It's got the same things, nxdev, build, start lines, because basically it's going to be the same basic stuff. I do want to update to the latest version of Next.js though. And I don't think this is the latest. The latest is 20, I think. Or no. Yeah, no. Node.js, the latest is 20. So I don't know. Maybe this won't be a problem. I mean, I assume it's the latest. I just want to have all the latest stuff. I'm that kind of guy. Can I, what happens if I type in npm install betas? I don't think that's a proper command. Oh, there you go. Hey, look, there's my tickets and my profiles. Everything's back. So yeah, there you go. What is this? Oh, okay. So there's my GitHub. There's my Supabase. I should probably put my Azure in here as well. So I have my resources available. And then what else do I need in here? Probably don't need, I mean, those are the primary things. If I had some other outside service, it'd probably be good to have that too. But I can't think of anything at the moment. I should probably look. That's my, I'm at a forecast of $1.27, but so far I'm pretty good. I only owe 90 cents. I don't know why it's $1.27. There must be like a minimum, like a dollar limit, and then you get taxed. Current cost is 9 cents. It's going to cost me $1.27. It goes till 7:15. So as long as I don't spend too much, I'm not going to worry about $1.10 or whatever it is. Ultimately, I'll probably add to this if I keep going along with this, because I'm going to try to upload all of my code to here. Now, I would like to try to get them both to run side by side on the same web page. You know, put them on there, and it's just a matter of browsing one to the other. You know, you're just like, you either browse to the home page for your React, or you browse to the home page of your Blazor, and then they do what they do. You know, just going to be sitting in the same place. But they're not going to have their own separate containers or anything. I'm just going to upload it all together and then just run one off the other. I hope. That may not work that way. You may not be able to just throw two different apps in one spot and expect them to function. I don't know, unless they're, I mean, my thought is if the host doesn't know that each one does its own thing, they're going to call their own set of files. So they don't, what do they care if they're sitting next to some other thing? That's my thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so I do have my app here. Let's start putting some stuff in. So I am going to have my, where's my other Next.js app? This is the one there. And this is this guy. So some of the things I'm going to need. Let's see if I have this right. So we have, this one does not have a source folder. This just uses app folder. I was wrong about that, but may not matter. I think I can just go in here and we have a favicon. What's inside of the app folder here? It has the favicon, the globals, JSX. Now the fav icon here, are they the same? Yeah. Globals. And this is the global CSS. He's added a lot of stuff to his, but mine doesn't have as much. He actually changed all of it for his purposes. I may have to change some of it too. We'll worry about dressing up later. I'm hoping to get it prettier as we go, but my first plans are just to kind of refresh my mind with what we've got here. Create next app, root layout, return. It's all the same here. I'm just looking at the side-by-side pieces. We will have an API folder. I don't have one yet because I don't have, that's where the auth and the tickets are going to go. Dashboard. Let's call or set up, if we want to have it be similar to what my Visual Studio app is doing, I should probably create a similar setup. You know, just start laying it out the same way. Um, so with this, they do have an auth, but I'm not going to put the auth in yet because I don't have a database. And I'm thinking, I don't know yet for sure how I'm going to set up the database. If I want to attach a SQL server, I got to figure out how to attach to my SQL server. And can I attach to my SQL server hosted by my other website? Can I create a UI, an API on my HostGator, and then have, I mean, I'm actually running two things, right? Because I end up hosting on HostGator and on Azure. But I've got a functioning database on HostGator. If I can make it work like an API where I put up the code, wrap around my database as an API, and then reference it, why not? Right? I mean, it may not allow me because it's cross-server. I'm not sure what the security issue is there, as long as I pass in the right keys, you know, use the APIs, have a key, a secret that will allow it to attach. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna find out some stuff, man. I don't know what I can do, but I'm not to that point yet. That's one thing at a time. Let's get myself a basic website going here. I don't have anything running yet, so I just want to try to get like, we're gonna do home. He calls it the dashboard, but we're gonna call it home. Let's just create a folder called home, new folder, and we're gonna call it home. And I don't want to have a page called home, so we're just gonna go here. It's gonna be home. And then in home, we are going to have, he doesn't have much in his. He's got tickets, which is a sub page. Let's see what his layout is. He's got some basic stuff on the layout. He's got loading, error. Oh, okay. So he just put up some junk stuff on his page. All right, so he's got to have a page, new file. Oops. Page.jsx. And then, oh, what were the hotkeys? Oh gosh. That's part of the thing. Got to remember what the cool hotkeys were. I want to say, gosh, what was it? It was something. Oh gosh, what was the cool hotkeys we were using? And it's something we installed that would just like give you a snippet. I'm gonna have to go back to my Next.js lessons just to see. Dang, damn it! I have to remember. I didn't record any of those things. You know, it's kind of like when you're doing them, you're like, oh, this is cool. I'll have to remember this, and then I don't. It's like, oh yeah, I know how I could have remembered it. I could have wrote it down. Let's see, link replace routers used to instantiate the React router to allow navigation. Setting up routes is done in the app. Yes. Key value. Hotkeys, let's try this. Control plus. Oh, what the heck? That's not even what I want. Constant. Parameters can be renamed for detail and local component with separator. Call parameter as it is defined in source, but use colon to ID for local use. Note, data is a source object. Okay, well, I want to use the hotkeys because I'm going to be needing this a lot. So let's go. I'm gonna go to was it Ninja? Log in. I forgot. I think I logged in with my Google account. If not, I'll have to go back. Didn't I already? Okay, I think. All right, maybe I didn't sign in with that one. I really can't remember. I guess it's not like some services. Like once you've done a class, you get the whole. You get it forever. Once you've done it completely, it's yours. Or maybe that's the advantage of buying it, because I think I did their $9 thing where you do pay $9 a month instead of just buying the class, which was probably what I made a mistake on. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I can still figure it out because I just go to YouTube and we'll go. And he shows it because I'm just looking for that hotkey that he used. And we're going to go Next.js master class. And this is actually old. So Next.js. Crash course? Is that the one? That must be the one. Yeah, Ninja.
Alright then, so I am a little bit late to the Next.js 13 party, but we're here now, which is the most important thing. But the new app directory supports server components out of the box. Now the way we make routes and pages is a little bit different inside this app directory, but we're going to get into that later on. But essentially, this new app directory gives us quite a different way to make and structure our applications, and it supports some of the newer 0.9, and then press enter. Okay, so we need to give this project a name. So I'm going to call this dojo hyphen. Okay then gang, so before we do any coding whatsoever, I want to talk a little bit about how Next 13 works under the hood, how it serves content to the browser. Alright then my friends, so now we have a Next.js application up and running, let's try adding some pages to the website.
Oh, yes, I want to do.
Now, when we created this initial project,
because he'll show you the hotkey I'm looking for.
And that's the page.jsx file in the root of the app folder. We can also see this layout component right here as well, which essentially wraps our page component, but we're going to talk more about layouts in the next lesson. For now, I want to focus on pages and routes. So then, the way we make page components in Next.js 13 is different from previous versions when we used to use the pages folder. So it used to be that if we had a file name like about.jsx, that would create a route for us that matched that file name. So it would be /about. and that route would render the about component. But in version 13, all page components need to have the file name page.jsx or page.tsx if you're using TypeScript. And the way we make different routes is by nesting the page components inside folders. For example, called page.jsx, and that would be the page component for that route. So let me just do that quickly. Let me make a React component.
There you go. RFC. And I think it's React. I knew what it stood for. It'd probably be helpful. But we'll say hotkeys. I'm going to put down R. Now this is an add-in. You have to have this add-in, and I'll have to figure out which one it is if anybody's curious. But if I go here and type RFC, see, it puts in the code block for you. Now you still have to change like the name or whatever if you want to change the name, but ultimately this is what he's going to have in there.
Component inside this file and rename it to news. And I also want to make the template have a main tag that wraps everything, and inside that we'll do an H2 for the page title, which will.
All right, so again, I'm kind of going through this again, unfortunately, because it's been a while. I've got to refresh my memory, but I'll be skipping through all the stuff that's kind of like I kind of remember the basics. So this is going to be my home page. I don't want to call it. Do I want to call it home? I guess I can call it home. Why not? Home. Div will be home. Like he says, let's go ahead and do a wrapper. I probably need a nav bar too, so I can actually put my other pieces in there. But we're gonna have it be like, what did he put? I mean, I guess I can do an H2, a header basically, and then we're gonna do. Now this is JavaScript, so this is a little bit different from HTML. So. Or React, and he's putting in components, so it's a little bit more different. Let's just put it that way. Function, home, return. Do main and oops, why didn't it like that? Home. Home. Why is it not? Oh, whoops. So I'm obviously missing some stuff. So I got to make sure I get all my bits in here. Just did not install the next folder. That would probably be part of my problem. How come it didn't install my Next.js stuff? Well, see, there's a lot more clutter involved in getting Next.js going here. Add Next.js to React app. All right, let's try this. because it was supposed to be a Next.js app, but it didn't actually install the Next.js stuff. I expected to see like my next folder and a bunch of Next.js bits. Creating your first page. Running the development server. Oh, how far along should this be? Package.json. React DOM 18. That's not that far off. Next. 14.2. I actually have 14.2, which is actually newer than this says. So, and React DOM 18, 18.3. So we're not too far off. Okay, let's see. New file called layout.js. Summary. I would think I had to install. No, I don't want the reasoning for it. Install the Next.js dependency. Go to terminal. Create a next.config.mjs at the root of your project. I do have that. This file will hold your Next.js configuration options. Don't have many. Output export outputs a single page application. Dist changes the build output directory. Update TypeScript configuration. Create the root layout. App layout.tsx. Wow, I'm doing JSX or JavaScript. Metadata. So this doesn't actually have a layout. Convention based. All right, so I'm just missing stuff. There's something I'm missing here. It doesn't like my next link. Link is declared, but its value is never read. Link is declared, but its value is never parsing care. My module next Babel requires stack. Cannot find module next Babel. Why does that sound familiar to me? Something about Babel. Cannot find. Hey there. Hi. It like heard me. Probably did. Create file called babel.rc in your root directory and add this code. You don't need to create extra file. In your Next.js project, you have this file named ESLint.rsc.json. In this file, you have following code. Core Web Vitals. Replace it with next Babel. If you only replace it with Go, but the code won't compile and gives compiler. So, all right, so there's already a file, it says. Let's say copy. There's a file called ESLint.rc.json. There it is. Huh, what do you know? That worked. What do you know, man? Simple as that. All right, good to know. Now we can actually put something in here. So we're going to go, we'll say ladder ultimate. Let's see, let's just say welcome to the ultimate neighborhood ladder. And then we're going to go here and we're going to say What do I want to do? I'm wondering if I should just copy and paste all this stuff in here. No, I don't need to do everything. View tickets. Let's see what I want on my page. This is going to have to, now the home page is basically going to be login or join a ladder or something like that. I mean, that's really what it's going to be. We're going to join a ladder, and then you have to, maybe then you log in. So I have the home page says, okay, you can come here, you see what it is, we describe what it is. Maybe that's what I need, some kind of description. We can do like, we're going to go, let's see, we'll go, I think it's a good one to have like they have here, H2, oops. We'll just say latest news, and then we'll do something of the pickleball and tennis ladders. Now exist. Now added. Now it's going to have to be, we'll say, our first ladders have been added to the site. The initial region will be Seattle North End, with more to come. And I guess I don't need this first one. This is a basic page. It's not going to have much, but we're going to see what this does. So now we don't have an auth. We don't have a home. We don't have anything really. All this is, or we don't have much going on here. We're basically just going to go app, home, page.jsx. That's all we got. We don't have anything else. I should probably have a layout page on here. This is the page that's going to put everything up. You know, kind of put things in order. I don't even know what this is going to do. What happens if I try to run this right now? Let's just go npm run dev. I should probably save this. Ah, it blew the snoot up. It didn't like that. What was the problem? Could not read package.json. No such file or directory open. Ladder-next.js package.json. Well, for one, it's not ladder-next.js. Let's get repo. Anyway, open. How come it doesn't exist? Did I change the name of it somehow? Data, get repo. Ladder.next.js. Okay. Oh, I see. Here's the problem. I created my application, but it created it inside of my application. So it's not Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder -nj did not actually get to be the parent folder. So the problem is I should probably go inside of the Ultimate Neighborhood Ladder, but I probably don't even need this here is what I need. It's probably a bad location for it. My Git repo is ladder-next.js, but this is actually the app I created. So yeah, let's see, it's the easiest way to do this. Do I want to go, how do I want to do this? Because I created this app, but my app here is ladder-next.js. And this is my Git repo. See, it's ladder-next.js. All right, let's just go ahead and go. Let's just do this. I'm gonna go cd. I'm gonna go ultimate ladder. Ultimate neighborhood ladder. Probably doesn't even matter. Neighborhood ladder-nj. Now I should be able to npm run dev. Oh yeah, should probably close the other one up. Just trying 301s to add local. Okay, so this still works. It just opens a different port. Should be pretty generic something. Get started. Oh, is it? Wait, is it? What's it doing? Something's loading, but I don't think it's what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the layout. Yeah. Get started by editing source app. Get started by sorting source app page.jsx. Well, I have JSX here. I did edit it. Didn't do anything. But it's probably because I didn't actually call this function anywhere. I have to probably call this layout, which is going to call the function. I have to create a layout.jsx. Let's go new file. Layout.jsx. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to copy this one. I'll edit it to be my stuff here. So force dynamic component nav bar. I don't really have a nav bar, so that's not going to work. I don't have a nav bar component yet. Oh, they put navbar inside of components because that makes sense. It's where the components would be. So But I don't need that yet. So let's take out navbar. I don't have that yet. And util Supabase server, create client. That's going to be, I'm not ready for Supabase either because I don't have that authorization going. Redirect to login. This is actually not going to have anything I need. I thought this was going to be necessary. Why did my home page not load then? Why did I shouldn't have to type home. Shouldn't have to type dashboard either. Why does I mean I can type this fourth one, but why am I not coming to this page? Should be on the dashboard page. But this is taking me to some generic nothing page. So I'm not defaulting. So I must have to set a default somewhere. I'm missing a default setting. Right, let's do a search. I'm not showing you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my other app that's functional. So I'm looking at the Next.js app. Let's see how a dashboard is called or defaulted. Export default async function default dashboard layout. All right, so this is layout.jsx. I don't know what children are. Children are the what? So I have dashboard.layout. What if I navbar user I don't have navbar. I don't have any of this login stuff. Well, it's not working. I'm not redirecting to my home layout. So what am I doing wrong? What is my flaw here, folks? I'm not going to my dashboard layout. It should be going here. It's the home page. It's first thing after app. there's no anything else. Is there, I think there's a way, you're supposed to say, I want to say there's like an app route page that identifies what it's supposed to be. But I'm not seeing it. Is it layout, root layout, children? But that's the same as mine. I think the root layout. Oh, this should be JSX. App layout.jsx. Rename this. And this, I don't know, it's not even supposed to be a page.jsx here, but I don't even know if I want the source. I might just take that back to the top because I do like it better, I think, without the source file. Because most of it's under the app file anyway. I mean, you don't put much under there, so it's like, it is an extra folder, but it's like, you know, according to this example, you're not actually putting anything under the source folder other than the app folder, so why have both? If there was like other things under source, but I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, I should probably stop this. And then I don't need this anymore. Let's have an app folder. Still doesn't explain to me why this isn't working. I'm still not getting to my root page. Layout.jsx, got layout.jsx, this is the exact same. Create next app, generate create next app. Oh, let's copy this one. I mean, it isn't exact same. It's very close. I don't know why it would matter. It's just slightly different here in the body. I don't know what Rubik is. But you can see there's no actual zip file. Control S. npm run dev. So already React is proving to be more challenging because I got that one up and running in like no time. This, on the other hand, keeps taking me to this Next.js generic thing because it's not loading my page, and I'm not sure why. See how it takes you to this Next.js, whatever this is? And now that's even worse. That's like even uglier than the thing I had before. So it is not loading my page. Why? Why does it not like is there like a package? I'm trying to figure out how do you set the default page? Can you just right click on it, set the default page? Like you do in Visual Studio, where everything's easy. You could just go in there and right click on something. This is the default page. So that would be me going here and saying, right click, set as default. How do you do that? Nope, no set as default. No set as default. Share, select. Okay. Well, let's go look it up. I don't know. This seems like something that should have been pretty obvious, but it's obviously proving not to be. How to set default page in Next.js. Head. You can add redirects to your next.config.js. There's not a .js. There's a MJS. Next.config. Nope. Where is next.config.js? That must not. Is that something that's on here? Oh, there's MJS here too. How old is this? 3 years. See if I can find one that's more recent. Sure. Next is a server process written in Node. Replace the command line with. Okay, this should not have to be. Creating layouts and pages. So far, your application only has a home page. Let's learn how to create more. Does it though? Oh, do I have to have a dashboard file? No, that's just Acme. That's just because it's called Acme. App, dashboard, page. Create a new folder called dashboard inside app. Then create a new page.tsx file inside the dashboard folder with the following content. Now make sure the development server is running and visit. See, we got to visit dashboard. I don't want to visit dashboard. I just want to go to the page and it take me to the home page. I want to go to the default page. How do I make it go as the default? The layout component receives children prop, the child here. So if I go here and then just type dashboard, which I should not have to do. Oh, great, that's not there either. No, it's actually not, because it's not called dashboard, it's called home. I don't think capitals mean squat, but I will type capital home because that's what I called it. Nope. So I am not able to browse my page. What am I doing wrong, man? What did I do? How come this is so complicated? I'm sitting here looking at my. I mean, it's just the way it goes. It's just so. Is layout not calling it correctly? And layout doesn't do anything. I got a page. We're sitting on here. Oops. All right, so what did I do wrong? Obviously, I'm not finding this page. It shouldn't be this complicated, but voila, it is. Actually, changes in layouts here that only apply. Next.js default route problem. Enter. Earlier you had app.tsx. That means route will work fine. Then you move that file to app lang page, which means lang route will work, but won't work anymore. For forward to work, you need either an app page. I do have an app page. This has to be page GSX, by the way. Oh, so this is the page it's going to by default. Oh, well, boo. All right, so this doesn't have a page. Oh, interesting. So okay, so it's interesting. This one here, this app doesn't even have a page.jsx under the app folder. Under the app folder, there's nothing. Favicon Global and Layout. It does not have an app.jsx. And this app.jsx is what that one's trying to find. I wonder what happens if I delete this. I'm gonna. Do I want to delete it? Undelete it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Can't be any worse though. It doesn't work, right? Not working is not working. So I still think I have to have some kind of a redirect. But it might go down to the first home file. I don't know. Oops, what am I doing? Why am I doing this all the way over here? What happens if I go here? Now this page, see, I totally blew up. What if I just click on here and hit enter? Now it can't find anything. Nav bar is not defined. Oh, okay. It shouldn't be. I didn't know I had nav bar even out. Oh, I do have nav bar here. Oh, because it's in the return. I have to do a different comment for this. I think it's, what is the comment? What's the comment for this guy here? P is not defined? What do you mean P is not defined? Oh, it did actually go to my my main folder. I don't know how I did that, but oh, because I have this thing in the back. That was nice. Wait a minute. No, that's right. What the heck? because I put capital P, because capital P is not a thing. Well, it's ugly as snot, but it did something. It's, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, man. That is some ugly, ugly stuff going on here. But hey, there we go. I got my first page up. What a lot of work. Okay, so basically not having an app homepage allowed it to go into the next folder. I don't know how that defines it as the home. Ultimately, I think it's because it's the first one that doesn't have a defined thing. So if I put a folder here, all future folders will have to have a regular name. They can't have the parentheses, because if I have the parentheses, it says don't use this, and then I end up with conflicting page names. It doesn't know what to call. It's probably going to call the first one. So home is fine, but everything else will have to have its norm. I've got something going. It's not done. I'll work on this one more tomorrow. I think for now I'm going to quit. But this one I'll start cleaning up, make it look a little bit more like the other one on tomorrow's session. So at least I've got my first page up. I can start cleaning it up. Gonna have to get myself refamiliarized with all this React fun, but I'll get there. It's not that hard. It seemed pretty straightforward when I did the class, and I'm just getting things wrapped back, get my memory back, and actually doing it will make it stick way better. And this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a cool app, I think, once we get it going. I do got to do some Azure tomorrow too, though. Continue on my certification path. Till then, you take it easy.